the Astro A10 here has had a refresh and has had some improvements made over last year's model. Now Logitech G, the gaming branch of the peripheral manufacturer Logitech, have launched the Gen 2 version of their popular Astro A10 headset, and we're going to be taking a look at one today. The Logitech Astro A10 Gen 2 gaming headset is made primarily from plastic, which is tough yet very lightweight, coming in at roughly 246 grams, and comfortable while being worn for long periods of time. They don't really offer that same kind of premium feel that you can come to expect from Astro's usual premium lineup of gaming headsets, but this is where Astro is trying to be competitive in the budget side of the gaming headset market. Now overall though, they do look very sleek. The colour we've received here looks almost slate grey, though they are a few colours available from light grey, purple, white and a mint green if that's your thing. Now they'll all be listed on Logitech's website, which will be linked down below. Now its branding is a little in your face on either ear cup with a giant Astro logo across the crown, and although the Logitech brand is pretty heavily branded on the actual box itself, there is no mention of it anywhere on the headphones themselves. Now there is an adjustable slider on the side of the ear cups, which for me had to be extended to its maximum position, but that's, I think, because I've got a bit of a meathead here, but mileage with you may vary. Now I'd like them to have been able to go a little longer in the stem. The slide action is relatively smooth though, and adjusting quickly while in game is relatively painless, though again the mechanism does feel a little cheap and prone to breaking if you are too rough with them. There are two exposed cables running from each ear cup to the headband, and I'm not keen on this kind of design, like I've said so many times before, due to damage limitation. These are a wired set of headphones, so there's no Bluetooth here, though Astro has given you a very generous cable to reach around the back of PCs if using them at your desk. Now there's a choice of two inputs, one 3.5mm aux input for either audio only or for games console controllers to get both audio and the microphone working, or for PC gamers out there you've got an adapter that converts the single aux input to a separate microphone and audio input, which most, or if not all motherboards now, will be able to accept. Now, there is an inline remote on the cable too, so you can adjust the volume on the fly, and being used with an aux cable also means that it's not compatible with driver software. The A10 is purely plug and play, which for some will be ideal, but for those wanting to tinker around with software might feel a little disappointed. Padding across the crown is extremely decent, offering a really nice relief from any head pressure, and the ear cup padding is again similar, though because of my big ears, I couldn't quite count the Astro A10s as an over-ear headset. The pads just rested on the outside of my ear. There was no fatigue though, and the noise isolation still worked well, even though my ears were not fully enclosed. Now there's a small amount of up and down movement to each ear cup, but no side to side, which made it a little hard to get a perfect fit. The microphone is attached to a boom arm on the left ear cup, and it does bend so you can aim it towards your mouth, and can also raise and lower it for its muting feature, which is great if you need to quickly duck out of conversation. Now speaking of, mic quality isn't really bad. It's certainly passable for a Discord conversation with your friends and offers a fairly decent amount of compression to get your voice sounding as good as possible, especially if you've got a bit of background noise going on, but it isn't going to win any awards for the sound produced for those listening to you. Though at this price compared to other headsets, you may as well get a cheap USB condenser mic and bypass the microphone on board anyway and just use it for audio. Now for console gamers though, it's a decent offering, though as a choice as well as a positioning could be much more limited compared to PC gamers sitting at a desk. I've just jumped in front of my computer to give you an idea of what the microphone is going to sound like if you're going to be using it on OBS or on a Discord call with someone, and just while you're generally playing games as well. You can hear the compression kicking in. It's like a gate. When you stop talking, it just kind of cuts all the audio, so like this. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with the sound quality that you do get, and it is extremely passable if you are going to be playing games with your friends. Sound quality while gaming is driven by custom-tuned 32mm drivers, which Astro are calling Astro Audio Dynamic drivers, which for the most part sounded pretty good, though do favour bass frequencies a lot more than any detail you could typically expect at this price point. They're great to immerse you into a battlefield, and they do a pretty decent job of placing footsteps from enemies if you're hiding around a corner or surrounding you in audio during hairy moments. The dragon fight during a game of Elden Ring, you know, the one at the beginning, yes, I'm still at the dragon. It does get nice and loud and punchy during that moment, though I felt the audio was missing a lot of detail in the top end. Now the headphones have been programmed to put game audio front and center, thanks to the Astro Audio V2. They're by no means the worst sounding headset out there by any shot, and I for one am pretty impressed with the audio quality on offer here. I would not be disappointed if I had bought these for myself to use as my daily drive, as if my budget couldn't stretch to a more expensive set of headphones. Now being on the cheaper end of the scale also means replacing them if they do break won't be too soul destroying either. The Logitech Astro A10s are a great headset, and I've not got a huge amount of negativity towards them. They perform exceptionally well for the cost you're expected to put down. Now sure, there could be a little more detail in the highs, but this is just me being a bit fussy, I think. Elden Ring, I will say, sounded great, and I could happily hear audio cues in FPS games for enemy positions. Now I'm being fussy at this point. The quality is very plasticky, and this reflects in the cost as well. So this is definitely a cost-saving route to be competitive against other manufacturers. But if you're not chucking them around your living room or rage quitting while slamming it against your desk, then you're not going to have to worry. Though if you do, your wallet isn't going to be too badly affected. So thank you very much for checking out our video review of the Logitech Astro A10 Gen2 gaming headset. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, please subscribe to keep up with our latest tech and gaming videos, and also let us know in the comments down below what you think about the A10 Gen 2s. Will you be upgrading from the Gen 1s, or will you be looking for a nice new budget headset to play Elden Ring? Let us know in the comments below. As I say, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.